We are in the middle of two totally different worlds. And once we get that, how could we not be successful? Everything we have been taught is being flipped on its backs. We're moving from a more specialized world where you would go to college and get this one like really good industry to actually being the jack of all trades. Because that's where the money's at now. And also speaking of money, right? We were taught just save, just put in your 401k, all these mindless investments because your money was just gonna grow. But now that things are getting more expensive, that is no longer the case. And now we have to actually really be aware of what is going on with these interest rates. Where is our money going to actually grow the best? And what companies actually have it? Because as we see with FTX, you know, seems good on paper, everybody's backing it, but they're broke and doing some weird things. We were taught to diversify, right? Have your eggs in a couple of different baskets. But a lot of the most successful companies we're seeing aren't diversified, they are focused. So do we have to follow suit? I wanna talk about each one because there are really good opportunities that I could just see, like it's right in front of my face. And we have to take advantage of it right now. All right, let's start with being more specialized. Going to college and getting a degree was the industrial age, okay? That was the age we were in. We're not there no more, okay? We're moving into the information age or the attention age, where actually having eyes on your information, people just watching you, right? That's where the real currency is. We see that with content creators, they are becoming millionaires off of getting attention. What more of a sign do you need that we're in the attention age? And with inventions like ChatGPT and just, you know, AI in general, replacing a lot of these things that we thought were specialized, now you want to be the jack of all trades. Using content creating as an example. Content creators, they're not just out here making videos, right? They're in accounting because they're negotiating. They're in sales, right? Because they have to sell themselves with their little media kits. They're in collections, making sure they actually get paid. They're the scripters, okay? They're the editors. They're the videographers. They're the actors, right? They are the jack of all trades. And companies are willing to pay them a lot of money because it's still cheaper for them to hire that one person who does it all than hire every individual job I just mentioned. Right? So becoming the jack of all trades is somebody who can kind of really bring things together. That's going to be where the money's at, in my opinion, of course. So ChatGPT can basically create contracts for you. They can create poems. It can do really intense math problems. I mean, it can do a lot. Okay? I've been dabbling in it a little bit. So now we're looking at more analytical jobs, okay? Right? What can we sift through in ChatGPT? Because it's not perfect, okay? I've seen some mistakes with my own eyes for questions that I've asked and I know, hey, that's not true. Right? So there's things that you have to be able to decipher. Now you have to analyze more than you're just mindlessly clicking in the keyboard, right? So you're elevating your skills with this new software. And you're gonna have to know how to ask the right questions. So you're kind of having some management skills there too, right? So these are just new skills you're gonna have to adapt to this new age we're in, the information age. We didn't think it was gonna go this way, right? Where technology was gonna be doing like the mundane tasks, like the cashiers, we think of things like that. But now they're doing even more complex things like putting together different laws based on the state you put in, right? So it kind of just jumped past what we thought it was gonna actually do. So to profit in this information age, you wanna be able to kind of curate multiple things. If you're somebody who would do one thing, now you can provide a more well-rounded service to somebody because now you have this kind of ChatGPT software to help supplement some of those things that you were doing before. Now, when it comes to income and being diversified, obviously, this is not financial advice, but I want you to notice something. We used to be told to do a lot of mindless things. Just put the money aside, don't even look at it, right? And on auto pay, and I still support that. But we're being told to put things on auto pay and don't look at it. Just put a percentage to your 401k and they're gonna match it for you, right? So you're just getting used to just putting money to the side, but not really understanding what you're doing or why you're doing it. There's stories of people having IRAs and they didn't even know that they weren't investing. Okay, so that's just a clue to how people are just doing things mindlessly. Now you have to watch your money. Even something that seems so small, like having your money in Chase versus Capital One, can make a 330-time difference in the amount of money you're getting from them. The savings rate at Chase is 0.01%. At Capital One, it's 3.3%. That's a 330-time difference. You're gonna have to be aware of where your money is and what it's actually doing for you. You have to constantly search now. Even before, someone was telling me bonds are for old people. No, the hell they're not. Right now, bonds are paying more than your savings is, right? So these are the type of things you have to be aware of and say, hey, I'm getting 3.3% at Capital One, but if I put my money in a 10-year, right, I'm gonna get an extra percent on top of that. And that's the closest to risk-free you can get. You have to know those type of things. And it's good to have at least some type of information because when you do wanna hire a professional to do it for you, you wanna know that they even know the basics, right? Because if you know more than they do, that's a problem. We were also told to diversify, which this is not financial advice, but I definitely, you definitely can diversify. But when you think about all these larger businesses, they were not diversified, right? They had a laser focus on their business and their vision, right? McDonald's wasn't out there making t-shirts and knitting on the side and offering floral services, right? They were serving food and focus on real estate, having good real estate and having their food up there. Whether it's good or not is up to you, babe. So should you be diversifying your income and not really having a lot of faith in one thing, right? Should you be going more in, I'm not saying all in, but should you be going more into your own business, putting money towards what you want to do in your future and not worrying about just having a 401k and making sure you have an emergency savings? Like, what if you should be going in with a lot of effort towards what you really want? A lot of people are getting scared because the recession is coming around, but if recessions, at least I haven't seen it. Let me know if I'm wrong. Recessions do not wipe out industries. They only wipe out the weakest links in the industry. Real estate didn't disappear from the housing crisis, right? But the weakest links were the ones who got pushed out. Those people who could not manage a business, the people who were not really managing their money and having savings aside for these type of issues, those are the ones who failed. And the people who were able to, save their money, be responsible, they were able to soak up that market, right? Their competitor is gone, so now I have a bigger market, and that's how you kind of grow. So in a recession, do not be afraid of losing your job. Be afraid of being the weaker link, because your job's probably still going to be there, right? They're just trying to get out the weakest links. And as long as it's not you, you can weather the storm.